Hello, and welcome to Random Encounters. Dave Velasquez here. This is going to be a step away from what I normally produce, like the content I normally make, and it's going to more focus on a topic I have been wanting to talk about for a while now, and that topic is AI. I recently watched two videos actually, today from XP to Level 3 and Bonus Reaction, both who are amazing creators in the TTRPG space. If you don't know who they are, go check them out. They are amazing channels. I will actually leave links to their channels in the description below. Please go check them out. They have wonderful content. That being said, AI. Should AI be allowed in the creative space that is TTRPGs or just in any creative space? Quick answer, no. Not at all. Not even 1%. Long answer though, it depends. If you are a DM, you're running a home game, it's not going to be broadcasted, it's not going to be recorded, it is just you, a few friends, and you're using it for mundane task. And I would classify mundane task as just simply putting your notes all in one place and having it kind of read it back to you. Though, I mean, you could just do that yourself. But I have had people argue that they use ChatGPT for that, and like, okay, do you? But mundane stuff like that, where it doesn't matter too much, then okay, I can hear an argument. But creatively, even if you're just doing a home game, not recording it, not anything, ultimately ChatGPT or AI of any source should not be allowed within the creative space. And I can speak from experience. A while ago, I was using ChatGPT for everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. There was not a single thing that I would not do in terms of like TTRPGs that I did not have ChatGPT dictate for myself. And it got to the point where, as I'm writing my book, I just ran out of ideas way too quickly. I lost the one thing that I felt defined me the most, which is my imagination, my creativity. I lost it. It died utterly. And it's all because I was too reliant on AI for everything. I was reliant on it for creating a catch, like how to get my players into the game. I was reliant on it for creating a world setting way back when. I was reliant on it for everything. There was not a thing that I didn't do that ChatGPT was not a part of. And it d- disgusted me once I realized that it killed a part of me. And that's saying something because you wouldn't expect an AI or just anything that's a tool to do that. But that's the thing, it did. And it killed my creativity to a point where I actually had to kind of rebuild it from scratch. And I was depressed for a very, very long time because that's my bread and butter. That's what makes me me. Without my imagination, without my creativity, I'm truthfully utterly lost. That being said, ChatGPT is a tool. Ultimately, AI is a tool. And I feel like it should be used as a tool, right? If you're using it as a dictionary or a thesaurus or hell, even an encyclopedia or an almanac, yes, go ahead. Those things are already tools, and to have basically a machine help automate the process, okay, that makes sense. That's what I feel like AI should be used for, is to help a process that is kind of already slow, like searching a dictionary, searching a thesaurus, uh, and trying to automate it, make it faster. That totally okay. But for it to draw, like make art, or for it to create anything for you that isn't, you know, what you ask for, like a definition or an antonym, whatever. If it's not that, AI should not be allowed in creative spaces. That being said, where do we draw the line on AI and its uses? What is considered, what should be marked is a better question, as media and content that has used generative AI? My thinking is, if something uses generative AI to create full paragraphs, full sentences, art of any kind, yes, that is complete, utter, disgusting use of generative AI. But if you're using it for a dictionary, like, you know a word, you know the definition of it, but you don't know how to spell it, okay, yeah. I mean, there's Google. But if you want to use AI for that, I guess go ahead. Now, onto the TTRPG specifics. People like to use AI to create maps and generate names. While, yes, that can be a daunting task, yeah, there are already tools that automate it, and make it simple for DMs. There is no way a DM is going to enter the genre of DMing, the job of DMing, and say, man, this is pretty fast, but I want it faster. It's kind of stupid, because ultimately it's not faster, and it's just a waste of time and resources. I want to show you guys an example of what I mean. If you need a city, and you're pressed for time, you need a city, there's a beautiful website called Wannabao. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. You make a city, it's as quick, as easy as pressing a few buttons. Say you want it, you want to re-roll the district names, or you want to roll the town name. Boom. Okay, beautiful. But say you want it not random. Maybe you want an inner castle. Maybe not on the coast. Maybe no temple. Maybe you want a shanty town with some greens, but you want it large. Look at that. Quick, simple, easy. It took me less than a minute. Now, another thing people like to use AI for is names. Well, there is Fantasy Name Generator, and it's been a thing for a while. You need something, okay? Well, look for something. You're playing an elf. You playing a female elf. There's good examples, and you don't have to use them all. I don't use them all. I pick and choose. I like the go for an example. I like the Tala part of Talanashta, but I like the Mew of Nemu. Talamew. Beautiful name right there already. You don't have to use it word for word, letter for letter. It's good for stuff like that. You just pick and choose the two pieces that you like, and boom. But now you want a world map, let's say. Well, there's Asgard. And Asgard has been a thing also for a while. But say you want dark fantasy, but you don't want it as a Pangea. You want it just a simple little shattered island. New map. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Again, only a few clicks of the button. But now you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, well, AI could do specifics, right? Like, especially for the name stuff, AI could do specifics. All right, say you want to roll up a character in Elder Scrolls. You're playing Delvebound, right? Which, again, amazing TTRPG system. If you haven't played it, you should play it. But say you're playing Delvebound. Pop culture. Elder Scrolls. Boom. That simple. You're playing a Breton. Female. Wow. Look how simple that is. There is no need for AI, especially when AI can kill your creativity, especially if you're too reliant on it. AI is, for lack of better words, a pest, right? It is something that you can tolerate for a while, but once it gets to a point where it is annoying, it's annoying. Like, it's really annoying. It's like a rat, right? If you're in an apartment, you have a rat, yeah, you could tolerate it gnawing at your walls for a little bit, but it'll get to a point where you're gonna grow tired and say, no, 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 this rat has to die. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This rat has to die. And I apologize for how I sound. I have been very congested and asthmatic for a while now. It's just it does not want to leave. So that being said, what is everyone's position on AI? What is your position? I want to know your specific position. Put that in the comics. Do you like AI? Do you want AI to be used at your table? Are you okay with it at your table? I, for one, I'd rather not. I know it can't be helped sometimes. Right now, I have a player who relies a little too heavily on AI, at least for his art, which that's a good segue. AI art. AI should not be used for art. If you cannot afford to commission someone, steal it the normal way. Go to Pinterest, go to just Google Images, find an image that you mess with, and it's just that simple. Or I didn't have this loaded up because I was, excuse me, dumb. But say you know more or less what you want. Well, there's Hero Forge, which is a beautiful thing that you can use to make a lot of things. You just quickly pick what you want. Clothing, outfit. Let's go for like Ice Wizard. Gear. I'd probably go with the Ice Wizard staff too. Boom. And now color. Well, this is more like a red fox, I would say, or a white fox. A white fox. Winter vibes and everything. Theme. Right, go down. Moon Blessed. And now you have yourself a dope fox ice sorcerer. It's that simple. Or if you don't want to use Hero Forge, right? You can always use Eldritch Foundry, which is another good one. I feel like their stuff is more limited, but at the same time more broader. Like they have a Cthulhu-esque type of monster there, and that's beautiful. It's wonderful. And if you just can't, if you can't help yourself using AI, then that's something ultimately wrong either with your table. That is something either wrong with your table, uh, or something wrong with you ultimately. And that's not a diss to you. That's just a fact. As someone who is too reliant on AI, it is a fact that it can be addicting, especially once it does everything for you. I'm happy enough to be able to say that during COVID, I was out of school already. Well, I was in college, but still, I couldn't use AI for that. But I have friends who were in high school who were using AI for their entire senior year. Their entire senior year, they're just doing AI everything, math work, English work, everything, AI, everything. And it was during the height of COVID, so teachers really didn't care all too often. And like, I can understand that. And then I feel like those are the people that, because during COVID they got used to staying indoors, so they look for hobbies that could be done indoors. D&D is just one of those things. And then they took their addiction from using AI for their classwork and schoolwork to AI to their D&D work. It shouldn't be like that. It should be you. It's your character, right? It's your it's your you, right? It's who you want to be in that moment. Whether you're a fox sorcerer like I made, or you're an elf cleric, or a human bard, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, that story is yours and yours alone. That character is yours. Make it yours. It's yours to share, it's yours to play, and it's yours to keep. That should be the main thing about AI and TTRPGs. It can be used for some things like a tool, grammar corrections, dictionary thesauruses, stuff like that. But even then, you should very limit it. It should be very limited use. Uh, you should still learn to correct things yourself a lot. It helps. It's a good skill to have if you can learn your own mistakes, your own faults. So use it as a tool, but use it sparingly. For any type of creative work, whether it's art, names, maps, whatever, please don't. There's another good website that I did show you called Incarnate. If you have a bit of creative edge to yourself and you can make your own maps, make your own maps when possible. Anyways, that's all I just wanted to say. AI has become a bit of a plague in the community, not just in the TTRPG space, but just in every space. It's become a big ingrained part of the internet, and I feel like it shouldn't. It's gotten to the point where AI is bigger than it should be, but there's nothing that we can really do unless it crashes and burns. And at that point, it's still nothing that we can do. That's really just something that it might happen anyways, or it might not. Use it sparingly, use it wisely, but don't use it creatively. That's just all I wanted to say. Thank you. Consider liking and subscribing. Later.